Alright, so obviously if you're seeing this, it was successful. So yeah, it looks like what the thumbnail is. And if not, then first thing we're going to do, because the planet's going to be down here, we're going to block that in with some Stonewall Gray. Okay, it's not perfect coverage, but close enough. After that, we're going to hit it with a nice dark red. It's Tuscan Red by Apple Barrel. I don't have a Vallejo equivalent. So let's do that. So here we are 3 coats later. And now for the magic. Basically, I have myself a sponge. This one's kind of just been bouncing around the garage. One of those sponge paintbrush things that you get at Walmart. Yep. Pick yourself a corner. You just want to rip it as unevenly and as haphazardly as you can. Get yourself a little chunk, and then these are an absolute godsend to do it. Pick an angle, pick a spot, however you want to position it. You think you're going to get the best texture, and there you go. You got yourself a little paint dabber. Moving on to the actual color. Here you go, Japanese uniform and orange brown. Now, to color blend this, we're going to take a little bit of this red that we already used and throw it in each one of these. Like just a tiny bit. I don't need too much. Now at this point, it's as simple as getting some moisture from the corner of your palette on the sponge. You want to feel it on your hand, make sure it's like just a little bit damp. Actually, I think I need one more step in between here. So let's go right here. That more red. There we go. This might be a problem trying to get it all the way down to the bottom. Now as we go, we're going to start focusing the lighter colors up this direction. Sometimes if you have it pinched too close to the tip, you kind of just get a pattern in the center. Move back a little bit and you get better. It's feeling kind of Mars-y, planet-y. I don't know if it's supposed to be Mars or not. Maybe it's Mars. They made Imperial Knights on Mars, so maybe. That feels right, thematically. Now we're up to the last color. At this point, just successively just tap it in there. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Thumbs up if anybody knows what movie that's from. Okay, so far so good. Now for some airbrush magic. Okay, for this, we're going to use a 0.2 millimeter airbrush with a Mac valve so I can dial it back and get a fine line. This one's cupless. I love this little booger. I got it on Amazon 0.0. I'm going to make a nice edge highlight right here because there's going to be a sun right here. Not an edge highlight, a rim light. It's definitely going to feel like fall. I think that's good enough. We'll give that a go. With the assistance of an X-Acto knife, I'm going to go ahead and lift my stencil up that I made earlier. And avoiding getting too many fingerprints on it here. Massage the creases out and move on with our day. Because we're going to do the shooting star thing. You guys saw the final already, so you know what I'm going to do. Choices. Yeah, screw it. Let's make Earth way off in the distance. Want the new planet right about there. Oh, good lord. Alright, after searching the garage, the closest thing I could find was this screw right here, so we're going to use this. I know Earth to Mars scale is not this, but it's going to work for right now. Mango bango. One Earth sticker. Now that we know what size it's going to be, I guess we need some blue probably, maybe some green. Those sound like Earth colors. but we're cool kids. So we're gonna go for this blue and this like weird, what even is it? Like a jade, teal. When swapping colors, sometimes it's a good idea to treat yourself to a fresh piece of foam. I'm just mixing some white in to make a little highlight blue. Now we're going to rotate the sponge and put some green in this mix. I'm running out of palette space. I should have used my big one. I don't know if this is the color I was going for. Maybe. Not really. Let's go for some real green in there too. Now with this green, I just had a small, maybe big brain. I don't know, possible small brain. Let's see if it works. With a nice brush, let's see if we can't freehand the condensate in here. Keeping in mind most of this is going to be covered up. So far so good. If I was going for more realistic, I could probably do more of a brown maybe. It's comical though to have a globe. Okay, so far so good. You have ice at the North Pole, right? There's some ice on like Antarctica too. So clearly this isn't really drawn to scale. We got some land masses there. What if we had some clouds, you know? Paint some happy little clouds maybe. I don't even really know what happy little clouds would look like at this scale. Well, shucks. I should go for some more of this weird snow stuff at the bottom here. That's alright, airbrush time. Now, learning from earlier experience, let's go ahead and use some reducer. 2 drops of reducer and 2 drops of ink. Up with my stencil. I think I got too much black, not enough earth. Well, it's stuck now. It is what it is. Off to stage 2, paint it black. Alright, real quick before I spray the black, 2 things I want to point out. Number 1, if you spray too heavy, it's going to get underneath that tape, which leads me to number 2. Make sure you push these down really well before you start spraying, and every time you start spraying. And there you go. This is the part that's going to make a lot of you cringe. Any of you airbrush enthusiasts. So basically you want to pull the trigger without shooting anything. And then you want to hit the air. I really have no control. I'm not even showing you what I'm doing here, am I? Just spooping on about 5 stars at a time. We're going to leave it loaded up, but what I'm going to do is come in with water and thin it down so that it's about half of what it was. Now, utilizing our good long-standing friend, Mr. Tissue Paper, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves some nebulous clouds. Try to get the most jagged rip I can. Freehand a couple in there as well. If the camera does it justice, we kind of got a nebulous streak going on. All right, now I'm going to just kind of pick a few random stars. I'm going to mix a little more ink back in here since it's mostly water. Like that was pretty thin. And what I want to do is I want to highlight a few of those stars. Like I want to give them a little glow. So they're just a little special. I think I've just kind of sprayed too much white at this point, and it's starting to encroach on itself. So let's actually add some texture with black. I think that's the play here. So now I kind of want to just break up this white a little bit with some kind of random texture lines. Let's see if I can't get more of a circle here. What I really need is a texture template, but I can't seem to find mine. It's just an old sprue with some basing bits on it, but I'm going to use this bit just to kind of there we go. Now we've kind of added a second front nebula. That's what I guess I've been trying to do this whole time. I'll go a little bit more, like right down here. Already wanting to clog on me. Now I'm really happy with that. Okay, now for the fun bits. We're going to see if all my hard work was worth it, or if it's just going to get hidden in the color. This would be a great application for colored, or for like game ink, or for inks in general, but I don't have any, except for neon green, and I don't want a neon green nebula. What I do have, however, is Vallejo red and blue, which we're going to make kind of a purple blend over it, but we're going to use these two independently first. Yeah, mix time. What's getting deleted? I don't think I need gray anymore. It's a good thing we're close to done, because that shifted the palette a whole lot. That's a cool color, but I don't know if that's what I'm going for here. We're going to go back to apple barrel magenta. I think if we take that a little bit into this mix. Okay, that's the closest purple to what I'm looking for, so we're going to go magenta and that blue. Pretty sure it's going to have way too much pigment, but let's see. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I guess we want to add some color to various... So far, so good. So now we got the color we like for the overtopper. We're gonna really reduce this down, like way more than before. Okay, now over the top of everything. Then maybe a little bit of pure magenta over everything. Layer 1 has been established, but I'm gonna come in with a little bit more white because I want some, I kind of lost the poofiness of this. So we're gonna come in with some white now and do some like pure pink ones. That was kind of opaque. I've lost a bunch of the stars to the background. Ooh, I got real lucky on that. That feels pretty cosmic. Now let's get a couple big, there we go. Now what I want to do is take this star right here and give it a highlight. That's a glowing little booger. And then like this one down here, tiny highlight. Then the last thing I wanted to add, I'm going to have to practice it on a piece of cardboard or something first. I wanted to put a cool little shooting star, like bam, across the front. Here we go. I have this piece of metal that I sometimes use for sticking minis down. It's painted black already. Then I shoot that. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I can work with that. When I say I can work with this, we're going to come in with a nice brush. And some pure white. Oh, that might be passable, maybe. Now I liked how that blue overlaid last time. It was nice and clear, a lot clearer than the magenta. So I'm just going to kind of go for that this time instead of trying to add magenta to the party. Then we'll touch up some stuff with some pure white. I don't even really have any blue in here. It's basically just muddy paint water. It's a little tinted, but not quite what I'm going for yet. Maybe just a squeeze more. It's always the last little bit that gets you in trouble. You watch. Captain Foreshadowing on duty. There we go. That was a little bit better with the blue. And we're calling it there. Okay, that feels pretty cool. We'll do this one first. This is going to be probably the crappy one. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, now for the good one. Please don't lift the paint. Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for. Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's exactly what I was going for. Maybe the comet a little better. That doesn't fit. But look at that earth. Can you see that? Just hold on. Let me get this up for you guys for a little bit. Look at that. Oh, wow. Texture is everything. This is just... It is day number 2, and I went ahead and blacked in the outside parts. Now I'm going to take some of that Tuscan teal from before. We're going to take a little bit of this, add a little bit of this. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now with a nice tip, we're just going to give that some scratchy kind of highlights. Build this up over a couple layers. You're not going to see much of a difference here. I'll do it all and see you in a bit. This one's kind of tricky to see, but I built up a slight layer of this on each of the edges. Now we're gonna add some more of this teal color to the mix and keep on going. Next stage done. All I did was run it real thin and just keep my brush near the edge. I didn't want it to be quite an edge highlight because that's where this next one's going to be. Final highlight. We're going to come in with a nice brush with a really sharp tip. And this color Pure. And finally, the last thing we're going to do is add a little pure white into that. And then there's a few specific corners I want to touch. I like where this is going, kind of towards non-metallic metal feel. So let's go ahead and add white to the very ends here. Like just in these few little spots. Use this as a dry brush to bring out those little knobby thingies. Again, this is just pure white right now. I like where this streak is going right here. This right here would probably have a line on it though. Alright, just right there in the corner, kind of same as this. Without question, this bottom here would have a white line right in this area. Same with this. Give the corner some love. That was way too much. Ooh, that was not a clean brush. Just trying to add a few more baby scratches. Absolute last final part, pinky promise. I'm gonna matte varnish everything. I'll be right back. And it looks like that will finally do it. The finish is dried, and look at that. You can see the galaxy again. All the stars are coming back through. You get to see some of the nebula clouds that we lost before. They're coming back through now that the matte varnish set in. There was a little bit of different sheens going on. We corrected that. The non-metallic metal, it's not flawless. I don't think light exactly follows a perfect scheme, but it's close enough for what I was looking for. Alright. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. And if you don't mind, click that subscribe button, click that like button. It helps me out big time. And you guys have a great day. Peace.